When the lights went out that warm August night in 1962, no one could have imagined that Marilyn Monroe, Hollywood's brightest star, was about to leave behind one of the most haunting mysteries in American history. What happened inside her quiet Brentwood home over the course of 4 silent hours has never been fully explained. And even today, the truth sits somewhere between documented facts, conflicting memories, and a shadowy cloud of rumors that refuse to die. It was August 4th. Marilyn was 36 years old, adored by millions, and yet deeply alone. Despite all the fame, the photos, the flashing lights, she carried a lifetime of emotional wounds. People close to her often described her as someone who desperately wanted love, stability, and peace, but who constantly battled insomnia, anxiety, and fear. Fear of being forgotten, fear of being unloved, fear of being left behind like she had been so many times as a child. Medical records confirm that she struggled heavily with depression and had long been dependent on strong prescription drugs to sleep. That evening, she walked around her small house wearing a robe, picking up the telephone, then placing it down again, as if unsure whether she wanted to speak to someone or escape everyone. She looked out the window into the dark California sky, her breath slowing, her thoughts drifting. Something felt wrong. She sensed a heaviness, as if the night itself was pressing in on her. Around 7 o'clock, her friend Peter Lawford called. According to his own account, Marilyn's voice sounded faint and distant, almost as if she had already given up on something. He later claimed she whispered a strange goodbye, the kind of farewell someone gives when they don't expect to see tomorrow. Some historians doubt the accuracy of his memory, suggesting he may have exaggerated or misremembered years later. But what is uncontested is that after that phone call, Marilyn Monroe vanished from all verified activity. From 7 p.m. to 11 p.m., there is nothing. No confirmed calls, no confirmed visitors, no neighbor reports, no movements. Just a block of time so empty and so silent that those 4 hours would later become the center of every theory, rumor, and investigation. What happened inside that house during those lost hours remains one of the most debated questions in Hollywood history. Sometime after midnight, her housekeeper, Eunice Murray, saw a strange glow under Marilyn's bedroom door. She tried opening it, but later said it was locked. In her original statement to police, she insisted she could not get inside. Years later, however, in an unexpected interview, she changed her story and claimed the door had actually been open. This contradiction puzzled many people and cast doubt on the accuracy of the night's timeline. At around 3:30 in the morning, the police were called. When they entered Marilyn's bedroom, they found her lying face down on the bed, unclothed, with a telephone receiver still in her hand. Empty pill bottles were scattered beside her. The autopsy later confirmed extremely high levels of barbiturates in her system, enough to stop her breathing. Officially, her death was ruled a probable suicide. But as investigators looked around the room, several details immediately seemed unusual. Some officers noted that the bedroom looked strangely tidy, almost as if someone had cleaned or arranged things. The pill bottles were lined up neatly. The bedsheets looked too smooth for someone who had died in distress. And one detail stood out. There was no drinking glass nearby, even though she would have needed water to swallow such a large number of pills. Some journalists also claimed Marilyn's body position did not match a typical overdose, and that there were no traces of pills in her stomach. These observations led some researchers to question whether she truly swallowed the pills, or if something else might have happened. Medical experts are divided on this, and many caution against assuming anything beyond what can be proven. Still, the inconsistencies fueled curiosity. Over the years, several unverified theories emerged. Some writers claimed that a dark car was seen outside Marilyn's home late that night. Others suggested that certain documents, including a personal diary, disappeared before the police arrived. A few even argued that she may have received a late-night visit from someone unknown, possibly leading to a heated argument. None of these claims have ever been proven, and many are dismissed by experts as speculation or misinterpretation. Another idea suggested that the drugs in Marilyn's body may not have been taken orally. Because pill residue was reportedly not found in her stomach, some authors propose the possibility of an injection or another method. This theory remains controversial. Many medical professionals argue that the state of her body at the time of examination could explain the missing residue. Others believe the evidence is too inconsistent to draw conclusions. There are also long-standing rumors involving politics. Certain journalists claimed that Marilyn, because of her relationships with powerful figures at the time, might have known sensitive information. While this idea adds dramatic intrigue, there is no reliable evidence that she ever had access to any political secrets, and most historians reject this claim entirely. The truth is simpler, yet far more tragic. No one knows for certain what happened between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. that night. The only confirmed fact is that those hours remain a blank space, a void no investigation has ever successfully filled. Some believe Marilyn accidentally took too many pills while emotionally unstable. Others believe she may have mixed medications that should never have been combined. And a small number believe she may not have been alone in the house. But without solid evidence, these remain possibilities, nothing more. When the sun rose and investigators re-examined the scene, another strange detail emerged. The housekeeper had washed Marilyn's sheets that morning, before the police requested them. This act was documented and considered highly unusual, as it removed potential evidence that might have clarified what truly happened. When questioned about it years later, the housekeeper made a cryptic remark saying, "I don't know why we were so frightened that night. Something had already happened before the doctors arrived." Her shifting stories only deepened the mystery. To understand Marilyn's final night, it helps to understand the life she carried behind her glamorous image. She was born into instability, grew up without a real home, and spent years in foster care while her mother battled mental illness. She reinvented herself repeatedly, fought to be taken seriously, and battled a constant internal storm of doubt and longing. Even at the height of her fame, she felt alone. Her smile, so radiant and iconic, often hid an ocean of sadness. In the decades since her death, some files related to her case have remained sealed or partially restricted, usually for privacy reasons. Still, their existence has kept the speculation alive. People want answers, but sometimes history leaves questions that can never be fully resolved. Marilyn Monroe's final night remains suspended between truth and legend. Some parts are undeniable. She struggled emotionally, she relied on dangerous medications, and she was left alone with her pain. Other parts are murkier. Conflicting statements, unusual details in the room, missing objects, and those 4 silent hours that no one can account for. The result is a story that is both heartbreaking and haunting, a story that continues to fascinate the world. In the end, Marilyn didn't just leave behind a legacy of beauty and talent. She left behind a question about what really happened in the quiet darkness of that August night. A question the world may never completely answer. And perhaps that is why her final story remains not just a tragedy, but an enduring mystery, one that continues to live on, just like she does, in the collective memory of millions.